Bonza. Ooh. Oh, it's in my car. My friend Virginia drew Lou and Armando last week from Corona Roki. Hey, Roxanne. Hey, Desiree. Hey! Yay! Johnny Wishbone Wilson, what up? I was talking about Maui today. Listening to my friend Maurice. I don't want to end this, but I got to get him on the phone. Hey, Mark. Hey, Lynn. Miss you, man. Come be on my show every day at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Johnny Wilson. Come be on the show. We can talk about life and your baby and your wife and your food and is your bar open? What's going on? I love you too, man. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for being on this planet. Ooh. But it would be, is it 6-hour difference? 5-hour difference? I miss Maui. Oh. It kind of goes with Maurice. Some people call me Maurice. Woo! No bar yet. Okay. I love you so much, sir. I do. Johnny Wishbone, 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 Wishbone. Right? It's the perfect time difference. So if that works for you, an 11:11 this Friday night or this Saturday night, my friend Don Braden's going to be on Sunday night. Tomorrow night is Kokliko, and Thursday night is Corona Roki. For those of you that don't know about Corona Roki, it's happening. You don't have to be a singer, but if you sing, cool. But if you want to read a poem, or you want to play bass, or you want to dance, it's Corona Roki. We have people, it's Corona Roki International Limited. So we have people from all over the world that come on and sing. India, Mexico, Canada, Kalamazoo, Melanie Demore, how are you? How was your birthday, girl? Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Actually, thank you. Oh, I loved your birthday song today. Speaking of, I know it's your birthday, but it's also one of my bestest friends in the planet birthday. Frida's crooked. Hold on. Frida's got to stay on point. She's my co-host. Excellent birthday. Yay, I was cooking today, so that's why Frida's kind of disheveled. Elsbeth, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Elsbeth. Happy birthday to you. I had to get that in because I forgot to do it earlier, but now she comes on the show sometime. Anyway, tonight, my friend, well, yeah, we're friends. We met one night. We bonded at a show we did together, and Rolf and Lillian was there, and I got a picture of Big Mo and Lillian together. But this guy's excuse me, he's the bomb shit. And I can't do, I tried to do the double screen thing. Hey, by the way, Melanie, no Gary Lambert this Saturday night. What are we going to do? One more Saturday night, no Gary Lambert. What are you doing Saturday night, Melanie? Just, if you're not busy, if you want to be my guest and hang out, we could talk. That would be fun. Okay. FaceTiming. Woo! FaceTiming you, sir. Hey there.
Hey.
Oh, you gonna go horizontal on me? All right.
Oh, which way should I go?
If you go, yeah, that's a little easier, cause then you fit in the frame a little bit better.
All right. Cool.
Cool. This is my friend Maurice. Woo woo. How are you?
I'm doing great. You?
I'm doing great. I'm cool. I love 11:11 with Jenna, and I love that you're here. So thank you so much.
Oh, it's great to be here. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can you guys hear everything all good out there in the world? Maybe, maybe not. Well, let me know if you maybe are. So, where are you?
I am outside of Corning, west of Corning, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it is kind of middle of nowhere. I couldn't.
Yeah, way out there.
Mm-hmm.
In the grasslands.
Okay. And
lots of rattlesnakes, cows, and coyotes.
You got a ranch, right? Do you have horses?
Yeah. I don't enslave any animals, but we have a nice big garden and dogs and cats and chickens and things like that. But no cows or horses or anything like that.
How many chickens?
We have 4 chickens. We had 8 chickens, but Wile E. Coyote found its way in one point. So they're a little tricky. I don't really want to get rid of them because they get rid of all kinds of other things. But you have to just, adjust to them until we have.
Yeah. And there seem to be more in what I've been experiencing in Michigan. There are definitely more coyotes happening right now. I mean, it's like in the last few months, just like, hey, it's our turn, party on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less people, we won't get run over so quick and have time to roam. Yeah.
Right.
They're out there for sure.
Yes. So you've been doing some lives. I watch. I listen.
Yeah.
I even had my blue jean jacket on. I'm like, what am I gonna wear tonight? I gotta wear a blue jean jacket for Big Mo because he's the blues man. He's the king.
I love doing the blues or bluesy stuff.
And when do you have a specific time you are doing your lives? Days, time?
I'm gonna start them on Sundays again at noon. That's what I started doing, and for a little while it sapped the energy out of me looking at the screen instead of getting that great sweaty room feel back from people and smelling the beer-soaked wooden floors and all that. I missed it so much that I was kind of upset at the iPhone, thinking I'm not just going to sing to you. But then I realized people can still get, I can still feel the people's reactions, so I'm back to doing it again.
On Sundays.
Yeah, on Sundays at noon. And I even have the room set up that I can actually be 3 or 4 feet away from my bass player and drummer, so 6 feet away from my bass player and drummer, so the 3 of us can fit in there and still do it safely.
I did see that. Do they live near you?
They don't live too far, about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. Civilization starts about an hour and a half from where I live now.
How did you find this place? Because, you want to explain? I can explain how we know each other, but I'd rather it came from you if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, I got burned out in Paradise when the big fire happened, so we lost everything there, everything pretty much, and then really had to find something close by because I still wanted to be in the area, and this is how far we had to get out, about an hour and a half away, almost 2 hours from Paradise, to find something, because 30,000 people were looking for new homes in 1 week.
Right. How did you find your home? How did you? I mean, were you like online? Did you have a realtor going, here, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this? I mean, because 30,000 people looking for their house at the same time.
Yeah, it didn't work too well. The realtors were, everything was so crazy. So my son's wife, my daughter-in-law, Juan, she's so good at research. And so she just got onto that phone and just looked at so many different places. She found us a rental 2 weeks after we were living in it, all four of us with all our animals in one tiny little motel room. We finally got out of there. She found us a rental in Los Molinos. And then she kept looking for places. I had to go to Europe because I had some shows I had to do. So I had to fly and leave everybody behind, which felt really horrible, in the motel and in the rental. Then while I was gone, they found this place and sent me some pictures. And I said, wow, this looks cool. Of course, I didn't know about the rattlesnakes and the coyote at that time. Things like that. But
you're like, it's a ranch. This is cool. Oh, right. Rattlesnakes. What do you do with the rattlesnakes?
Well, the ones that are not too close, that like, if I step outside and with my dogs and there's a rattlesnake right there, I'm going to have to, a neighbor likes to eat them.
Your what?
So, one of my neighbors likes to eat them. He's about 50 acres down the road, and he said, if you have a rattlesnake, you want to get rid of him, I'll eat him. I'll honor his death with at least eating him, so.
Oh.
So, ones that actually are out right where I would walk out with my dogs, that, I really love my dogs, and I don't want to get bit either. Those I've kind of dispatched or brought to my neighbor. But the other ones, we just kind of step around them.
And do you know how he eats them? Is it like Granny, like he makes rattlesnake soup, or?
I think he barbecues them, and then he makes little headbands out of their, hides. I'm a little, I'm not too good with that kind of stuff, but.
It's interesting because I had a guest on Sunday night and they brought their snake on the show, and my mom goes, those shoes, or that snake would make really pretty shoes. I've seen a dog get bit by a rattlesnake before. It's not pretty.
It's not pretty, no. And, we're really worried about our dogs. And we've tried to find some training. The closest one we could find was in Reno, where they trained the dogs to actually stay away from the rattlesnake if they see one. So we'll have to plan 3 days to go out there and take both dogs.
Huh.
And train them. Yeah.
Interesting. So, how did you get your name?
Well, my mom was a big fan of Maurice Chevalier. I grew up in Germany at the French border, and I've lived there until I moved to America when I was 30 years old. And anyway, she was a fan, and then I came here, and I was always a tall, big fella, but never really this kind of big. And then I went to America and started growing a little bit. That sometimes happens. And then they started calling me Mo around here because it seems to be popular thing to do with Maurice here. And next time somebody said Big Mo, I don't know how it happened. It ended up on one of my recordings, and next thing you know, I was stuck with it.
Big Mo.
Yeah.
So you didn't move here until you were 30 years old. And did you move to California?
Yeah, I got married in Germany to an American girl, and at one point she wanted to go back, and I said, well, I'll check it out. And I said, how about this? We'll get a motorhome. We'll sell everything we have in Germany. We'll go buy a motorhome. We'll visit all your relatives. And I had relatives because my father was originally from America. He was a soldier, after World War II there and stayed there. And so we went and we drove the motorhome through all crisscross the whole country. And we ran out of money in this Chico area in Northern California. And I had this little check that I had. It was a $5,000 check that was, if I run out of money, this is where we're going to be living. We're going to have to use this to get a rental and find jobs and do all this kind of stuff. And you know, I was a
Lisa,
musician and a rest diver, so it's hard to
so
find
you
work.
like carried this check with you until you
Yeah.
knew you had to. Wow. Okay.
But
Sorry.
knew I had to cash it. And so I run to the bank. It happened to be our first anniversary. It was 23rd December. And I go to the bank here in Chico, well, Robinson Park. And we had this dog that we picked up in Texas on the way, a rescue dog from a little kennel there. And so I went in and I wanted to cash this check. And I went, oh, it's a check. I forgot it on the seat in the van. So I went back out to our little motorhome van kind of a thing. And would you believe it, the dog had just eaten the check. Mm-hmm. All I found was a little corner in his mouth from the check. So I took this corner of the check to the bank and I said, listen, we have no food, no money. This is it. I swear to God, this was a $5,000 check. And I still had a pretty heavy accent, you know, from my German English. And she said, what do you do? I said, maybe we can work on a credit card. And I said, well, and my English wasn't that good. And I said, well, I'm a transient. I didn't really know what that meant. I just thought that meant a traveler, you know.
Right.
And so anyway, they kicked me out. And that's where I started learning blues. No money and no food and a dog. We had a lot of dog food. We had like a whole case of dog food.
Cool. So what did you do?
Yeah. Well, you know, literally ate the last couple things in the refrigerator, and I walked to a place. It was Christmas. We couldn't get a hold of anybody. The banks in Germany and all closed through New Year, so it was a rough time there, and we were kind of semi-homeless, I guess. And then I walked to a car dealership, and I said, do you have any work, anything? And they actually hired me, and I started selling cars. And that's where I made my first musical connection here. My pedal steel player still plays with me to this day. Steve Valine worked there in the parts department, and I got to meet him, and then started getting into the American style music. He was a country player, and I started getting into the country and the blues stuff, and it was just such great, awesome education to get this, you know, American music that I've heard growing up in Germany in real life, and then it's just went great from there. You know, I've had some really fun times and got great shows and meet pretty much all the idols that I had when I was a kid. That I got to meet a lot of them in the stages around here, and it's just been fantastic.
Because have you opened for a lot of your idols and played on the same festivals with people and. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I sent in a tape one day, a cassette tape, when you still recorded on cassette tape. I sent one into the Monterey Bay Blues Festival. And just a cassette, no picture, nothing, just a little letter. You know, I don't even know why I thought they were even going to hear me. And anyway, they gave me a call and said, we really liked your tape, and we'd love you to play at our festival. And I said, whoa. And I said, oh, really? And so I didn't even have a band at the time, so I called my friends in Germany that I grew up with playing music. I said, you guys always said you wanted to come visit. This might be the time. I got a show coming up in 3 months and no band. So they all showed up, and we drove my old Suburban. I bought a 69 Suburban when I moved here, this clunky thing. We drove it all the way to Monterey with our gear in there, and these guys that just became really close friends of mine that organized that concert. The coolest guys you can imagine. We drove in and said, well, we're Big Mo and Full Moon Band's kind of name that we picked at the time. And he said, oh, great. Are you guys roadies? You're setting up for the band? I said, you know, because he heard us speaking German and everything. I said, no, you know, I'm Maurice. I'm Big Mo. This is my band. And they looked at each other, and then they talked a little bit. And I'm going, oh, man, you know, they might have thought of something else than a bunch of German, long, hippie-looking type people, you know, saying this type. Anyway, so I'll never forget it. And the guy said, "What are you, a bunch of white boys, do this kind of music for from Germany? How is that possible?" And I say, "Well, this is what we like to do." He says, "You are in, set up over there." And, you know, we played there 7 years in a row, I think, and we won Best Band. The Monterey Bay Blues Festival,
But you were like the king of that festival. I mean, that you were like
It
big
was
time.
fantastic, yeah.
You were Big Mo.
Yeah, it's awesome. And we won a contest they had. There's like an international big blues contest, and then so I got to meet all the people that we played with there, and then they introduced me to other places, and so I did for many years. We did a lot of the kind of a blues circuit, even though I do a mix of music. It's not all blues, but we kind of ended up there, and it's been fantastic. Northern California, in general, California has you can play every weekend if you want. It's hard to get out. It's hard to get known anywhere else when you're kind of busy enough to to play everywhere. So it's hard to get out of the state if you don't know people.
Lisa Flores is on right now with us.
Hey, Lisa, how you doing? That's another great thing to have met Lisa and Norton here while I was doing all this. Never forget the day Norton walked into my office. He moved to Paradise, and he came into my office, and he says, "You're Big Mo?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "I heard about you. People talking about your music and stuff. I just want to let you know that I moved to town, and you're done. You're off the throne." And
He's referring to Norton Buffalo, by the way.
I didn't know his humor. He had such great humor. He was the funniest guy I've ever known. But I didn't know that at the time. At first I'm like, "Oh, okay." That was awesome.
And then did you two play together?
Yeah, we did. Oh gosh, yeah, a lot. And we had a whole tour actually planned in Europe, and sadly he got sick. But Lisa and Rob and me and Norton were gonna go. We had it all booked and everything. And yeah, it's sad to lose.
She says Norton loved you.
Yeah, we got along very good. We did a lot of music together, and it was so much fun.
He's a fun man. I can see him walking in and doing something like that. Like, I moved to town. Get out of the way.
And he's the most talented player I've ever met. I mean, my God, the things he did on that harmonica are unbelievable. Yeah.
I met Norton when I was 23 years old. At a recording studio in San Francisco. But yeah, and I didn't know this. I think Lisa may have hit me this. Do you know that he was on Starsky and Hutch?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I think I saw that. I saw that episode.
I had to look it up. I think I saw it on somebody was referring. Maybe we were talking about it that night when we met for the Paradise for the fundraiser. Someone may have mentioned it, and I had to go Google. I'm like, Norton Buffalo, Starsky and Hutch.
He was on a couple different movies and things. He was a very he was such a great character. He's just a real character. It's awesome.
Yeah, he was something. Well, Paradise is everywhere now. Everyone, like Lisa's up in Washington, and you're in California, and I know other people that have moved to different states, but the music's in our hearts for sure.
Yeah.
I love playing
Lazy
with
Lester. Believe it or not, he came into my office.
Who?
Lazy Lester, one of the greatest blues players of all time. An original blues player from New Orleans who sadly just passed away recently at age, he was 87, but he was a good friend, and he's on one of my records. We did a lot of music together, and matter of fact, he's one of the original harp players, and I got him and Norton Buffalo. The three of us did a show together with Bob, the four of us,
it definitely was. I felt it the last time I was in Paradise. I was sitting there with Lisa in the morning, and I said, you know, I really like it here. And she goes, well, maybe you should think about moving here, because another friend of hers had come over and gave her some salve, and I gave her some stuff, and we were, you know, just, and I'm like, why wouldn't I want to move? I mean, everyone I meet here, I just love, and Clay. I mean, I've stayed connected with people, and yeah.
Just amazing place, you know.
Definitely Porter. Well, are you working on any new music, or are you? What was your COVID experience like? What did you learn how to bake bread? Did you know?
Yes, believe it.
Yeah.
We're doing sourdough bread. I'm eating a little bit too much, but I am learning more about recording and stuff. So now I have the setup that I've been working to learn, so people can send me tracks, so I can sing on it and send it back. That was kind of an important thing. I'm a total anti-equipment person. I am the worst. If I have a guitar with one button, that's almost too much. You
and I are in this together, my friend. You know, people go, wow, Jenna, you have this show and you do all this technology. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it in my kitchen, but I buy these dongles and I buy all this microphones and stuff, and I go, oh, I don't know, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Didn't learn how to make bread though, because I don't eat bread. No, I don't eat bread.
Oh, well, that's good. That's probably better anyway. But yeah, just the whole equipment stuff and the baking, and I've been mowing. I've been doing a lot of mowing.
Well, your name's Big Mo, so.
Yeah, that's right. And all this grass out here, I just started mowing at one spot and couldn't quit. It's like addicting. And I've been building a stone wall because there's so many rocks and stones.
Cool.
By the way, the mower, so I got to put them somewhere, and I started piling them in a pile, and I said, maybe if I extend that pile, now I have like a 100-foot long, 3-foot tall stone wall that's just looking better.
I love stone walls. My sister lives in Lake County in Lakeport, and she collects stones and sticks. Like some days I get off the gig, I'm like, hey, what are we doing tomorrow? Hey, and she's like, we're going to be picking sticks for like 6 hours. I'm like, okay, I just got back from New York City, but okay, I'll go pick up sticks, or do rocks or whatever. But hey, have you ever played at the Tallman Hotel in Upper Lake?
Yes.
During the festival?
I was booked for this festival September 6th this year. And he canceled it, sadly. Yeah, I had a feeling maybe you performed there. That's one of my hangouts, is the Blue Wing. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a fun place. I really do love it. And we played there at the festival a couple times, and we were booked for this year. So he just postponed it. So next year, September, we'll be playing it. So hope to see you there. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I've Machiko. You've met Machiko and Paul Kemp. Paul's the keyboard player. He books all the regular Sunday night music. Actually, he books all the music. I take it back. But the tall man books the blues festival. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Where do you live?
That's such a good question. Where do I live? Now I'm living up in Northern California, where my sister is. In Lakeport, Ukiah. Spend time in Ukiah and Lakeport, but I'm in Michigan. I came to Michigan to see my mom, and then this happened, so I'm here right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what kind of dog is that? I hear a big dog. My dog, Lillian heard the dog. Lillian, all of a sudden, she was like,
oh, yeah, Heidi. That's Heidi, our German Shepherd. Then we have a puppy, a 5-month-old Aussie.
oh, puppy.
Another long and so they'll keep you busy, I tell you.
Oh, puppies. Well, Lillian sure connected with you. She loved you, my puppy.
I love that. I love Lily.
She's cool. Do you feel like playing a song? Would you like to, are you working on anything, or I don't know, whatever you want to do, I would love to.
Yeah, I'll play a song. I happen to have a guitar here, which is so, sometimes when you sit home,
Isn't it crazy to be home for so, like, this is the longest I've been on the ground since, like, high school or something.
Yeah, maybe since then. I don't even... One thing I don't miss, though, I really don't miss going to hotels. I'm kind of really sick of pictures.
Except the Tallman Hotel.
The Tallman is awesome. The Tallman is so nice. The rooms are nice. The beautiful auditorium place. The restaurant's nice. That little yard garden out there. I love that place. I was just in Ukiah last weekend. We drove to Fort Bragg.
Really?
And so I drove through, and I was going to stop for lunch, but it just wasn't at the right time. So
I like the shower. Well, I love the bathtub, but I love the shower. You know, that needle shower thing.
Everything, everywhere shower.
Yeah.
It has a manual on how to start it.
Yeah. There's a manual on how to turn on the shower in these rooms. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know that's haunted. They always say to me, they go, Jenna, you know, you're staying in room 2, you know that's haunted. I'm like, oh yeah, I party with her all the time.
What? I didn't know it was haunted.
Oh yeah. If you stay in the main part of the hotel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That might explain a few things.
Oh yeah.
Now that I know.
Well, next time you see Bernie, tell him about those things.
I will. I'm going to ask Bernie about that next time I see him for sure. He was going to maybe come out and visit. I said, listen, Bernie, if you get too bored out there, just come on up to Free. So he might come visit the ranch here pretty soon.
Well, I hope to come visit the ranch sometime. Maybe we could do some music together.
Yes, I did a great show here when I first moved here. We did a show outside, and it's just such a beautiful view. We have a 360 view of on one side we have Mount Shasta, on the other side Lassen.
Wow.
And it's just a big open sky. Really a beautiful spot. Yeah, so it's really fun for shows. So yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a party the world's never seen before as soon as we get a vaccine or something with this thing going on. But yeah, this song, you know, sometimes you have to compromise when you live in quarters like that. So the song's a little bit about that.
Okay, thank you.
So. I took the trash out. I mowed the lawn. And babe, I even took the dogs along. Someone to love me all night long. I know I'm in trouble, babe. I need your love all night long. She went to Paris, France. Took along a friend. Took along the MasterCard and Visa. Oh, I found she loved me all night long. Well, I know I'm in trouble. I know this has to be out all night long. I took the trash out. I'm all alone. And babe, I know I took the dogs along. Won't you love me? Love me all night long. Well, I know I'm in trouble, baby. But I need your love all night long.
Wow. Big Maurice. Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, are you working on a new recording? Now that you know how to press that other button?
I have some friends Germany have been sending me some tracks, and my buddy Volker Sturfler, we're gonna do some tracks together, and then I'm also working on a couple new songs. So finally, it's coming back. I used to, gosh, I could spit out a song a day if I really thought about it, but since the fire, it's been a little bit harder for some reason. But I'm tapping back into that energy recently, and so yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, life changes. Life does that stuff to you. You know, however it happens, it happens.
Yeah, and so I'm pretty excited. I know the first time I'll really be able to get together with my whole. I have a 10-piece band usually, with the horns and the steel and keyboards, and I know they're gonna inspire me so much when the grooves are going on up there, and I'm really looking forward to that. So.
Are you canceled into 21? You got some stuff still? Yeah, me too.
Yeah, all the way. I can't believe it. To call me, I thought for sure September 6th. That won't cancel. From there, that should be late enough. But
hi, Lori.
It's all 21.
Yeah.
Man.
I still think about a conversation I had with. I don't know if you're familiar with Tuck and Patty. He's a guitar player and she's a singer, and they're really close friends of mine. And I think it was March 16th or 7th, that week I was talking to her on the phone and just talking about this in March and going, I said, yeah, Patty, I'm starting to get cancellations. She said, girl, we're not going to be working until 21. I go, no, I've got gigs in September, October, November, December. And she said, Jenna, it's going to be 21. So, and that was 3 months ago, March, April, May, June, whatever. So, but thank goodness for this, right? We get to be, like you said, you missed the beer. Throw some beer on the floor, man, because you got it going on, because I've watched your trio play.
I have concrete floors that I might not, but if I throw enough out there, it'll start smelling.
Break a bottle, light a cigarette or whatever, but no smoking anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, Laura Greenwell. There's other people. There's other Paradisians here. Yeah. What was I going to ask you? Something else. Oh, what'd you have for dinner?
Today?
Yeah.
Actually, I had chicken today.
Chicken?
Yeah. I was eating, actually, I was doing vegan for a whole year right before this thing. And since I've been kind of locked in the house, my wife doesn't do the vegan thing so much, and I've been kind of giving in a little bit and eating a little bit of meat here and there. But I did feel like I wanted to go back.
To go back to being vegan? Well, yeah, you love the animals,
Yeah, I do. I think, and the vegan thing, actually, I never felt better, to tell you the truth. It really worked for me. I think I'm more of a cow rather than a lion.
I think of you. I look at you're definitely more cow than lion. I see that.
Yeah. Or maybe walrus. I've always liked walrus. I don't know. Do they eat meat?
Cuckoo,
I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I don't know. If my friend Jeff Metzger were here, who's a big music lover, I'm sad he's not. He would have that question. He'd be like given the walrus. All about the walrus would have already been posted, but I don't know. So I'm. What did I have for dinner? I made this salad last night. I have a dear friend here. Her name is Rosie, and she has a Zen. She calls it her Zen farm, and they grow incredible vegetables. And she donated to 1111 with Jenna. She said, I can't really give you any money, but I want to give you some greens. And she sent me, I drove to her house the other day, and she sent home like 4 big bags full of kale and 5 different kinds of lettuces. So I've been making salads and doing I made kale chips and yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's been fun. So I had a big salad tonight. And then I had some dark chocolate.
The way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do any dairy stuff, but once in a while, some dark chocolate's really good.
It's good.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it's medicine. It's definitely
Yeah,
medicine.
Harry Potter knew better. Chocolate's good.
See, I've never done the Harry Potter thing.
Oh yeah, they gave the kids chocolate at the magic school when they felt bad.
Oh, well, I might, maybe I should watch Harry Potter. I haven't watched Harry Potter, and I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, they kind of go hand in hand. That's true. Yeah.
Maybe that's why I haven't, because it's just not my thing. But I want to invite you to something. If since I know you're not gigging as much, but on Thursday nights I have a show called Corona Roki.
Okay.
And on my 11:11 is Corona Roki, and people come on and do a song, just like what you did tonight.
Okay.
So
Cool.
if you want to sign up this Thursday or another Thursday, know that it's happening. You're invited to Corona Roki, but you're always invited to come back to 11:11 with Jenna because, hi, Keith Terry. Keith Terry's here. Speaking of talent, Keith Terry in the house. A lot of Bay Area people on tonight. NorCal.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is my friend. How do you like to be? You never watched. She's never watched them either. Yeah, I haven't done that. Hey. So, do people introduce you like? How do you like to be introduced?
Oh, most people call me Big Mo. Maurice, when I talk to people, of course, they just call me Maurice, but MauriceBig Mo works.
Big Mo.
Mo.
Maurice.
That's where you can my music under Big Mo and the Full Moon Band,
When Rolf and I met you, I didn't know that you were from Germany because you speak so clearly. Like there was no German accent at all. And he said that he goes, yeah, he's from Germany, and I'm like, who, Mo, the blues guy that we're watching right now? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, I can get away with it almost.
Did you grow up speaking English?
Not well. It was a strange thing. My father was originally from America, and he would, when we were really young, he would speak English to us. We would answer German to him. My mother would speak German to us. We would answer German to her, but he kept speaking English to us. So I think because of that, it was easy to get it back. But then suddenly everybody just spoke German at home from one day to the next. It's strange how that happens. And but when I moved here, I think I had enough basis of English to make it was easy for me, and the accent started going away. I also think that people that play music might have it easier with language. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. I can sing in other languages. Not that I speak Italian. I understand Italian a little bit, and I understand Spanish, and I can sing in those languages. But I have to sit there but German's a whole other.
Yeah. I grew up there. I was close. We were in Heidelberg, our hometown, but my mom's from the French border region there. It's a beautiful place.
And were either one of them entertainers? Your parents?
My father's family is where it all came from. He and I didn't really get to know any of them because I lived in Germany until I came over here. Then I recognized that all his brothers were musicians. My dad wasn't into the music because his father forced all the kids to learn and play music, pretty much. He was very strict about it too. Has some seriously talented family and it was all bluegrass, and so a lot of great fiddle and mandolin and banjo players and
Nice.
And my dad raised on the back porch there in Tennessee and Indiana where they had to learn music and his twin brother JC and the Huffman brothers, they were really big in the bluegrass scene in the days, but my dad kind of steered away from it. But after moving here and I meet all these people, I go, that's where my love for the music comes from.
I wonder if your family ever played at Buck Lake in Indiana.
In Indiana, for sure, yeah. That's where most of them are from. They must have. That's the place for that kind of music.
It's where a lot of country people played back in the day. It's like the first place that a lot of people played back in the day, and it's a venue to this now. And my brother and a couple of people he works with, they own it. So that it's
Oh.
if you Google Buck Lake, I'd be curious. They might be on. There's a list of people that have played there.
Oh, I'll have to check that out for
Check
sure.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah, they were real, very original. Since their life was the back portion. One of my songs on one of my albums, I wrote the whole kind of a song about it, and it's kind of a strange song. It's a mix of a country blues fusion jazz song. It's a strange thing, but I kind of wrote about all that. And they, I went to visit them all and making the ice cream on the back porch and skinning a squirrel while they're strumming the banjos. It's the whole deal. And for me, that was so foreign and different, and it was great to learn about all that.
Yeah.
And
I don't know much about the squirrel part.
Skinning a squirrel is not. But my uncle, when I visited him, on Sunday morning, I got there to Tennessee, and he said, "Let's go get some breakfast." And I said, "Okay." And we just walked out the back door to the woods. They lived up there in Smoky Mountain. I said, "Where are we going?" He says, "We're getting some breakfast." I said, "Uncle Andy, what are we doing in the woods here?" And he says, "This is your grandpa's shotgun, and we're going to get some squirrels." Oh, man, oh, man.
No wonder you like being vegan.
Yeah, I wasn't really, it was, but it was another side of my family that I was really excited to meet. The people are so awesome. I went and visited, went to a couple of family reunions, and but it's too bad that I didn't get to grow up along with them, because they're so far away. We never had much contact. And they were just incredible. They're just incredible people. My dad had 12 brothers and sisters, and so they had kids, and they had kids, and there's so many and so much family. And I haven't seen them all yet, but I'm really excited about meeting some more. I got some in Alaska that I want to go see and visit.
And where in
Just
Indiana?
incredible.
Do you know?
Anderson, Indiana.
I don't know.
It's where my dad's from Lapel. It's not too far from Indianapolis, about 40 minutes.
Close to here. It's like 2.5 hours from here, something like that. Because I'm in Michigan right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so that's not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you close to the lakes?
To the lake? Yeah, like I can see it out my window, about 3 blocks.
Oh.
I can hear it when it's windy. I can hear it. It's nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really
You go
awesome.
swimming?
I don't swim in the lake. No. Once in a great while.
No.
No, it's no, but I walk there every day, and Lillian and I touch the ground, the water, and we play in the sand, but it's pretty, the beach is, we've lost a lot of beach, and there are a lot of people, so I social distance from it, so I go early in the morning, and but I watch the sunset every night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love water. In Germany, my job, my main job was scuba diver, rescue diver, and master diver and instructor. So I spent, a good 20 years, or 15 years maybe, every day in the water, and I just love water.
It's healing. I'm in the water. I'm in some water every day. Bath, shower. Yeah. I walk in the lake. But yeah, I haven't been swimming this year. But well,
we'll do it.
I'm going to ask you a big favor. When we're off of this tonight, if you could please on this feed post your website, post about that you're going to be on your show on Sunday or whenever you're doing it, and any other information. And then if you want to make a watch party for the show, that would be cool. And then I'm going to call you up after we hang up, and I do a really quick interview with you for my Patreon page. So don't leave yet. Don't. We'll hang up, and then I'll call you like a couple of minutes later. I have a Patreon page, and I post videos throughout the week of my guests and stuff that I do. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
Thanks
And
for having me.
thank you for being here, and please come back and think about coming on Thursday night Corona Roki.
Okay. Awesome.
You
I
guys.
hope we can play some music.
Say again?
I hope we can play some music soon together.
Oh, I do too, Maurice. I do too. I love listening to. I was trying to find something fun to play tonight of yours, and so I listened at least half an hour, 40 minutes of all your music. I'm like, ooh, I like this one. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like this one. And how cool we get to be on Plugged In. Plugged In.
Awesome.
Yeah. Clay did a really cool thing. Bye-bye, Lisa Flores. Big hugs to you. Big hug.
Bye, Lisa. Hope to see you soon.
I know. Thank you, and Laura Greenwell, too. Paradisians, thanks, you guys. I love you guys. Jeff Metzger, where were you? We're saying goodbye now. Maurice, Big Mo Huffman, right here on 11:11 with Jenna. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, man.
Bye.
How fun was that? That was really cool. Oh, where are you, Lisa? Let's talk soon, and I would love for you to come on the show. And if you would you like to be on Corona Roki? Lisa Flores, she can sing beautifully. And I would love for you to be a guest here on 11:11 with Jenna. Anyone, everyone's, please be my guest. I think Melanie DeMore is going to be my guest on Saturday because usually Gary Lambert is here for one more Saturday night, but he's taking the weekend off, and he's got so much going on. So tomorrow night is Wednesday, so that's Coakley Coast. So we talk gems and we just dive deep in a different place. Oh, watch the review. Oh, yay. Thanks, Jeff. You were mentioned earlier in the show. So tomorrow night, Coquelicot. Thursday night, Corona Roki International Limited. Friday night, we'll have another guest. Saturday night, Melanie DeMore. Sunday night, Don Braden, saxophonist friend of mine from the East Coast. So, it's happening. 11:11 with Jenna is happening, and it happens because of you. So thank you very, very, very much. I hope you all have a wonderful night and a beautiful day tomorrow, and stop by if you're hanging out. Deep thoughts, kind words, the joyful